Govinda, you want to try?
Vidyam cha vidyam cha jastade vedo vajanam saha avidyayam rityum tirtva vidyayam ritam asmute. Only one who can learn the process of lessons and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality.
It's an interesting shloka.
Very interesting. Previous verse it says, unless we understand clearly, we can mislead.
Yeah. What I have here. Previous two mantras explain that ignorance and false knowledge bind one and are in contrast to true knowledge. Okay, so it was made clear in the previous shlokas. The mantra 11 describes how one must know the relative positions of material and spiritual knowledge to transcend the material energy and attain that levels. So that's actually important, and we have to understand this material world. What are the principles? How is it working? How can it influence us? We have to understand all these things. And also, if you actually go to the purport, you'll find out that Prabhupada is mainly addressing the spiritual aspect. And when he speaks about the material, he speaks actually that we should learn that much to maintain our body, that we can practice devotional service, right? That was also the point of discussion we were speaking about this election and all these things, right? Because whatever goes beyond that, it's just based on the time actually. Then he's giving one example about he said that actually the problems of that they will not be solved by the science, they just make it faster. Right? They make it can you live longer life? Doesn't look like. They propagate that actually people nowadays they are living longer. Generally, it's like propagated that actually people living longer life. They say that in middle age that people are living like up to 50, 60 and like that. I don't know where they got this information in the first place.
I was talking to Sumit, he's a doctor, saying that actually science.
Yeah, there's this, come on.
The lifespan is increased actually.
It depends in which country. It's not entirely the world, it depends in which country.
No, where science is advanced.
Like those kinds of advanced. There's some countries people are dying.
There is no proper science.
Yeah, that's it. It depends in which place.
So this is their argument.
That's what he was saying.
But if you, for example, if you look India, I believe that actually lifespan decreased there. Because people in India, they were living pretty long life, because when they were living on the nature and like that, they were like 90 or 100 years, it was pretty common in India. Now, how many you have? Who will reach maybe now from these generations? Like I said today in class, if someone reach 100, he already get the certificate. Because this is something very special.
People in China and Japan, it's long lifespan.
Maybe healthy lifestyle, more healthy, but I don't think in Tokyo. Not in Shanghai. they are committing suicide, so many. Shanghai has 500,000 millionaires. 500,000 millionaires, just one city in China. And my friend, he's living in Shanghai, he's preaching there. And he said they have so many mental problems. They are such a distressed people, especially those rich and successful. He said they tried everything and they are not happy and satisfied. Because they became rich, so many of them overnight, because it's such a booming business. But China is like economically booming like anything. And he said they are in such a bad shape, so many of these rich people. So he's actually doing pretty good preaching. He's preaching to several of these rich people. They became like devotees, they chant their mind, it's very good field for preaching actually. So this is just the propaganda that people will live longer. I don't think so. How we will live longer? Now they are increasing this retirement age in Europe. I don't know how it's in US, but in Europe it's like now it's 65, and they are already talking that it will be 70. You know? And they say that in the year 2025 it will be 75. They will just die behind the desk.
Ultimately, what's the big deal if they increase the lifespan anyway?
Yeah. What is it? In Bhagavatam it says, Kim Brahmatasya Bahu Parokshaya Haranaya. The Bhagavatam says that what's the use of extended life, which is wasted by inexperience in this world? Better a moment of full consciousness, because this can give you impetus for what is the real goal of life. Bhagavatam says second. What is that?
The tree lives along.
Trees, there's another which are breathing like a bellows, or long life like a. There was news. Our deities are, they are blessed, because they give kirtan. But otherwise.
I have a question. What is the reason like why they are making short their lives? Because we are doing more nonsense, or why in the past yugas they were like longer lives and now short?
Okay, so what is the reason? One point why our lifespan is decreasing in this life. What is the reason? What Prabhupada says?
Just read Prabhupada.
Huh?
Yes, exactly. There is a place where he says it's not due so much to the bad food, but to irregular habits.
Irregular habits. Prabhupada says this. You remember this in the Prabhupada? It's irregular habits, not insufficiency of the food or something like that. People are not so much concerned. Of course, if you are eating garbage, it's also is processed food. It's not real food, actually. But if you eat like normal food and regularly, and then one thing that why this lifespan, you are asking probably about Satya Yuga and like that, why is it decreasing? That's the nature of the matter. Matter degrades. It's just like that. Matter is created and it degrades. It's just matter is not that it's improving. That's spiritual nature. That's the spirit. Matter is always degrading down. So it starts in 100,000 years, 10,000, 1,000, 100. And Bhagavatam says not just 100. It goes more. It's like 20 or 30, 20. So one who reached 30 will be considered like old man. So it's just material energy works just like that. Anyway, you bought, what is that? The tablet or something like that, It looks now very nice, right? After 5 years. It's not anymore so nice, right? It doesn't matter. It's just, it will bore out, it will stop working. That's just like that.
Yeah, it's still like mine and everything is material, so
Yeah,
it works the same way.
battery, right, inside. In the beginning, I don't know, 5 hours, 10 hours, something like that. After a few years of using, maybe 20 minutes. It's just the nature. It doesn't matter how you want. Just like this, our bodies.
It depends on how you use it. For example, if you take the bulb, the life is, let's say, they don't say how many years. They say 1,000 hours. So you can use 1,000 hours and in one stretch, it's done. Or you can, for intelligent, you only use it when it is necessary. Optimize it. And because 1,000 hours can be extended 10 years.
Yeah, but that's the principle is.
So the lifespan, I'm talking about this continues the lifespan. The
Yeah.
reason why what happens is even though the lifespan is given because of many things, habits, tension, stress, food, environment, and so many things involved that also expand within the realm of I'm not talking from spiritual perspective, I'm just talking medical perspective. So because of that says in yogis, some years people live for 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, 20, 200 years. The reason because of that they know how to preserve energy for long duration. But if they can use for good intelligence, wonderful. But in general, it's not happening in the world.
I'm just asking because is these studies about how the body gets aged from the parents like that. So I was thinking maybe it's a normal reason why the generation has been decreasing their lifespan because everything is becoming degraded.
Yeah, that's the nature.
People watch TV and don't exercise.
These are, I would say, secondary reasons, but Prabhupada is pretty clear. He writes because of irregular habits. That means we do every day very different. One day we wake up 7, one day we wake up at 4, one day we eat breakfast at 9, one day we don't eat breakfast, irregular habits.
Yeah, Chanakya Pandit's, not our Chanakya Pandit, but Chanakya Pandit, the famous Chanakya Pandit.
This one is also famous. Here at least.
Yeah, true. He said that 4 things get old too quickly.
Mhm.
One is a horse which is tied up.
Yeah, horse which is not working.
2 is a cloth in the sun. 3 is a mother without children. And 4.
I think it's woman which is neglected by the husband.
Okay. Is that right? Okay. And then 5 5 is a man who travels.
Yeah, never travels.
Because it's
I can see that.
when he's traveling, like, the habits become irregular, no?
Yeah, totally.
And also the quality of food we get.
Huh?
Quality of food that we are eating because
Yeah.
of pesticides and all
It's
that.
actually garbage, it's not the food. That's the point. Ladies looks very nice here, young and like that, so it means they are nicely taken care of with their husbands. We depend too much on mercy of others. Yeah. So actually, is it possible to be happy in this life or not?
If you're Krishna conscious,
It's possible, right? So I was giving class that we cannot be happy. Yeah, we can be happy. Prabhupada says. Yeah, actually, if you do devotional service, you can be happy in this life and in the next also. So Krishna is helping us, he's sending his representatives. And do you remember what Prabhupada says why the miseries in this world are happening? What is the reason of the misery? Why the suffering is here? Prabhupada says quite interesting thing.
Because we are spiritual and everything is material around us.
Yes. He says something.
There's a mismatch.
He says, yeah. Nice. It doesn't, is to remind us that we are not really compatible with this world. Therefore, there will be always something wholesome and difficulties on us, right? Yeah, then Prabhupada is explaining about those who are intelligent, they will actually take benefit by studying real knowledge, and those who are not, they will not take that benefit. How is calling them? Do you remember? It's in Bhagavad Gita. Naradhama. The lowest one. That means they are not utilizing the chance, right? And if you are not utilize the chance, then we will be forced to undergo so many miseries repeatedly. And still we cannot learn any lesson. So, sometimes people they have this understanding that actually the spiritual life means stop everything, right? Excluding material activities. So what Prabhupada is explaining, he's giving a very nice example actually. How to balance it. Do you remember? How to balance the spiritual life and the material life, and he's explaining the whole principle.
Feel the body.
What do you say? So that's all right.
Body temperature goes up, then we have water to bring it down.
Do you hear that? Everybody heard that? Means if you are sick, you don't wipe out the temperature altogether. So that's actually what usually people think, right? For example, when we speak that we should not participate in certain things in this world, that doesn't mean we don't participate in anything in this world. Right? We just don't participate in things which are obstacle in devotional service or they are a waste of the time. But we try to live healthy life and at the same time we engage in devotional service. In this way, what we do, we actually decrease the temperature. But what they are trying to do, the material society, they are increasing temperature. They think, oh, no, we should make this and this, let's make this solution for this problem. Yeah? And what they are only doing, they are just increasing the temperature. So the only way is through the spiritual knowledge. You know? It can be balanced program of spiritual and material knowledge. So then, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha is explained. That means the balance has to be in that this way. As Prabhupada said, they are not interested. They think that the religion is only for making money. Right? They don't understand actually religion is meant for the elevating us to the higher sense in the life. Right? So the essence of all this is to hear and chant about Krishna. This is actually the solution for all these things. Srila Prabhupada says the essence has been given by Srila Rupa Goswami, the nectar of devotion, right? Hear and chant about Lord Krishna. So in summary, unless we dedicate our activities of religion, economic development and sense gratification to Lord Krishna, we will be covered by nations is the pronunciation. Is there some question or comment to that?
It's significant that in the previous verse we heard about in detail what is knowledge. So that here, when we address the subject of learning about the processes of transcendental knowledge and nescience, we know what actual knowledge is, because it is not recommended in this verse to come under the influence of nescience, but to understand it and reject it.
Yeah. Whatever is not necessary, you refuse. You only use that what is absolutely necessary, right? So you have to deal with the matter. You cannot. That's usually people think that spiritual life means you give up everything, right? That's general understanding. All these days they always say, "Oh, this spiritual life is not for me." Why not? They always think, "Oh, now I have to stop with everything. Whatever I'm doing, I have to move to the Himalayas. I have to sit in a cave or something." That's general understanding of spiritual life. Or I have to move to the temple, right? I have to live like a monk, No, spiritual life means you use things which you have for the service of the Lord. That's actually spiritual life. It means you see everything, Ishavasyam, you see everything connected with the Supreme Lord. You use the things for the service of the Lord. Then the same things which will be for cause of your bondage, they will be cause of your liberation. The same thing, right? So we are not refusing material world. That's the point that we as a Vaishnava specifically, we are not refusing material world. We are becoming, as we progress, we are supposed to become more and more experts how to use the material world in the service of the Lord. Prabhupada says that we can use even the atom bomb. You can use anything in the service. More expert you become, more things you can use.
So that's very ideal, Prabhu. So even when I started teaching in 1999, so a lot of things, what happens, a lot of people go away from this call. One of the main complaints we hear from the people is that, this is heavy preaching, which is good, but what happens is, basically, for waste and time based circumstances, so what happens sometimes you call and says, this is nonsense, this is not, this should not. Because a lot of people, so they get worse from that. There is a way to do it. Because even senior sannyasi, Prabhupada is recognized, it worked in the past. Now, without changing, without compromising, how to repackage in such a that these people can still attract you. Because in America, teaching is not much happening. So there was a recent seminar. A couple of years there was a seminar. Big sannyasis met in Chicago. I was there. 2-day seminar. So how do we, without compromising, without changing, how do we present in such a way that everybody can, because nowadays common, so Hare Krishna, please. Not even, those already they're coming anyway. But that's one of the things going on now. And you said, how do we use everything in Krishna service? That's theoretically very nice. Practically, not everybody could able to relate.
But this is spoke, right? Madhyamadikari, he will know.
Yes.
But because we have movement of Adikanishta Adhikaris,
That's easy.
therefore we are facing this problem.
Yes, I can totally.
And this starts because we have uneducated devotees. If you will sit like that and you will discuss philosophy on a regular basis, very quickly you will advance and you will be used of using your brain.
What to say, where to say.
Exactly. The problem is that we don't have any education in our society. How many people, let's say, I will not be naming, I visited one place and we do Bhakti Shastri there, right? And they have 150 congregational members. You know how many came for Bhakti Shastri? Hardly 10. And from that, 3 were the devotees were living in temple. So 7 people from congregation came out, and some of them engaged in preaching. I will not say that. It's not important. I was speaking on the principle. It was not here.
Who can rectify and go there.
I'm speaking of so many of these things happening because of our immaturity.
Yes.
But if you associate with those who actually know how to use these things, and look, Prabhupada was expert. We can learn from Prabhupada. He was really expert how to deal with the people, how to use things in Krishna consciousness, you know. So we should just listen to his classes, read. If you read regularly Prabhupada books every day, and you chant your rounds with really attention, and you associate with the Vaishnavas who do the same, you will very quickly out of this scheme that you are this fanatic, limited person who is frying people actually. It can happen maybe in the beginning. You don't know. This is what we discussed, right? Kanishtharikari, he doesn't know how to deal in people in general. He's preaching too heavy or too soft. He cannot balance it because he doesn't know. Oh, so what he did, first he will preach too heavy. He will think, yeah, just Shastra, just this, right? And then, oh no, this is frying people. Okay, let's not preach at all, or let's preach something wishy-washy. Just yoga, just meditation, just good lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, the nature and like that. Nothing about Krishna, nothing about surrendering to Krishna. Just don't speak about surrender, right? Don't speak about forcing someone. No, don't mention this, It goes from one extreme to another. And what is it? The same immaturity. If you are advanced or mature, you will actually know the person. Okay, this person, he can take it, so you will tell him everything.
His Holiness Bhaktividas Maharaj has written a book, Speaking Strongly instead of Gospel.
Yeah.
And he has a video. He says in that video, like there's an introductory video, he says sometimes when you present Krishna consciousness truthfully, then some people will say, oh, this you should not speak, because some people are opposed to talking against, the philosophy, the truth of Krishna consciousness. But as a representative of Prabhupada, we have to present the truth, but to what degree and what we have to probably.
Of course, you don't have to. Rupa Goswami says, Senatena prakarena mana Krishna niveshaya, right? You somehow or other attract them to Krishna consciousness. Once they are attracted, you can introduce rules and regulations, right? You don't introduce immediately in the beginning. So you present Krishna consciousness, the positive aspects, right? Feasting, chanting, that's just nice, right? And the person becomes more serious, you can slowly introduce more and more and more to him. It's not about that we should not, like some people they say that we should not preach this, this is not that people outside cannot accept. Problem is with us, not with people outside are the same all the time.
Yes.
They have always the same problems, principally. Maybe in detail it's changed a little bit, Nowadays they are attached to the mobile phones. 20 years they were attached to something else. There will be always something. But the problem is with us, not with the people outside. They are souls, same soul as before, and they are looking for Krishna. So just text your brain how you will deliver Krishna to them.
This called as the basic alphabet. What to say, when to say, how to say. So that comes with the maturity, eventually experience.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of little learn it, but actually it comes by deeply chanting the holy name and making spiritual progress. I mean, working hard on yourself and soft on the others. It comes with that, So if you really absorb, if you really make spiritual progress, the point is that Krishna will give you intelligence how to preach. Because when you preach, you connect with Paramatma.
And personally for me, I like somebody who speaks directly from scriptures, not like sugarcoating and kind of trying to cater to desires of people because when I came, I heard His Holiness Jayadevata Swami, and Jayadevata Swami speaks very straight, like he's like and that kind of touched me very much. And so I feel that sadhu means one who cuts, but he has to cut according to the time, place, circumstance.
You try to always be sensitive, but not compromising. Because sometimes it's like that. Like I was speaking with this boy who was having this conception that actually, because he was preached by some of the devotees that actually that this is okay. And I told him, it's not ideal, but it's not okay. You should understand that this is not our philosophy. And he didn't want to accept that because he was already preached by someone else, and of course this was fitting more his scheme of life, so he was more identifying with that, and he was becoming upset that I told him that this is not our philosophy. So we should make clear for people that, look, this is our philosophy, this is the ideal, and then try to get to that ideal. How you will get to it, let's discuss this is detail, right? Every person may be a little different, so we guide every person. Someone may be faster, someone a little slower, someone has to go a little, maybe first like do some good things and then start with no. Everybody has different speed. But the point is that we should not compromise the principles based on that. Right? Just because more people. Prabhupada said that. I could cut down one principle, I will get millions of followers. He said that. So, what's the point? Prabhupada said also that better one moon than millions of rascal stars. We can think that, for example, if we will put Ganesh on the altar, maybe so many people from Indian community will be coming to attend. Because they will consider us that we are like very open-minded, or we are respecting their own detail like that. We can think like that. But what quality of people will be coming? Do we want this quality of people? Because if you...
What quality of people will we be?
That's another thing, of course. But we will be selling ourselves out, right? That means, because we have to understand that what is attractive is Krishna. Krishna is all attractive. He has this attribute, no one else. So if we actually become Krishna conscious, and by becoming Krishna conscious, we learn how to present in palatable way Krishna as he is to others, he will be attractive for them. They are looking for it. And they are frustrated from they already tried so many things. If they will come to other place that we can kind of accommodate their own frisky ideas, well, they will be coming here and they will be coming somewhere else also. I remember Bhakti Charu Maharaj, and he could say that, he's Indian. And someone was asking some smart question. And he told that person, because it was in Spain, but there were several Indians on a class. And he said, you Indians, you think you know everything. You go here and there and you think you know everything. He could say that because he is Indian, right? So he could afford that. If I would say still, someone will be full of time. So I'm just quoting what did he say, right? So the point is that we should not be afraid to present Krishna as he is. Krishna is all attractive. And they are his servants, they are jivas. And they are looking for Krishna. We have to tax our brain how to present Krishna for them, that they will be attracted to Krishna. But if you will try to put something else, what they like it, then they will still maybe like these things, and when you will remove it, they will still go. Who will guarantee you that? No. Just because they came here, they had good time, but I saw so many people.
Prabhupada wrote one letter, he said, Kirtan should not be done to attract a crowd. Kirtan should be done to please Krishna. And because Krishna will be pleased, he will inspire many people to come. And
those who did book distribution, they exactly understand this principle. When you get absorbed in Krishna consciousness, that means not just book distribution, any activity, if you get absorbed in devotional service, and you are fully aware that you are the part and particle of Krishna, you are the servant of the Lord, and your only goal is to please Him, not the result of these things, you start to manifest certain kind of happiness and confidence, and people feel it, and they will be attracted to that, because this is what they are looking for. Why they are watching the Marvel, how is it called, this superheroes movie? Why they are watching it? Because these heroes, they some of these qualities. They are cool, they are always nice, they are powerful like that. They are looking for Krishna. Nothing else. They are looking for Krishna, they just don't know where he is. So we just have to become Krishna conscious in order to present him Krishna.
I just want to, but it's true that in the point that where ISKCON is right now is a need of like formal education for the devotees that we are right now. I think it's an analogy or something about the milk. Like you need to cook the milk.
Yeah, to boil it down.
Yeah, the devotees that we are right now, because all these
We have
things
so many
is like
devotees,
Hare
right?
Krishna folklore around that. We know these things. It's like we know just because we see other people doing it, but like what is the core of that? What is the principle? It is a need. It's not like
Yeah.
Maybe we are just acting because we are ignorant in that point. But
You read Prabhupada's books, his letters, like education comes in so many places, because that's the way how we can change the people's mind, their conscious mind.
But in GBC meetings is not those kind of meetings. That's why I And there is no one of the prominent points to discuss.
Well, I don't know that. I'm not going to JVC.
Yes.
But I'm trying to help devotees in that way, and we should all of us to do the same, right? Whatever we learn, we should deliver to others. Prabhupada said, if you don't teach others, you'll become chaos.
That is the first of the 7 purposes of ISKCON.
Yeah, that's another. It's actually education is mentioned in few points, but
Yes.
okay, I don't want to take more of your time. We already went over time, but it looked that you were not disturbed by that, so I didn't mind. Thank you very much. It was tomorrow 12, 13, 14, okay? Try to read it. We'll try to cover that. And then we will have just 2 mantras for the remaining 2 days. If you know, some of you, the first 2 mantras, or let's say invocation and mantra 1, you can meet with me, Ritam, or with my wife and just say. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Go Premanande.
Hari.